This is an Icon Ministry production with the support of our ministry partners and donors.
This is a particularly precious feast for me, which is the Feast of the Assumption. One, because I have a special devotion to Mary, and I really love how she has been so involved in my life, all of my life. My conversion, my mom constantly prayed for the intercession of Mary, that she would bring me home to Jesus. She's the one that also held me and protected me. And I know this, and it's difficult for people to understand, but Mary, I have a deep, deep love for Mary. I pray the rosary every day, and I ask for her intercession. But most of all, I love Jesus, and I love her because there's no one who loves Jesus like Mary loves Jesus. No one knew Jesus like Mary knew Jesus. I often like to think of her as the one who always mended the scraped knees of Jesus whenever he fell and changed his nappies. She was the one who loved him even when the world couldn't recognize him. I want to love Jesus like Mary loves Jesus. But also I believe in her providence. I believe that she looks after us, that she prays for us, and she anticipates our needs and brings them to the throne of God. And I particularly believe this because of something that happened in Malta, the country where I was brought up. Now, I wasn't born at this time, but during the Second World War, I always have heard of this story in history that happened at Malta. If you don't know, a small island in the Mediterranean Sea was the most bombed place in all of the world during the Second World War. Because it was strategically positioned in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. It was a place where ships used to come into fuel. It was owned and held by the British. And so the Germans and the Italians started to bomb Malta. And Malta was starving. You see, Malta won the George Cross for bravery, where we used to fight and we used to stand strong to defend the country. A very, very Catholic country, 98% Catholic, maybe even 100% at that time, apart from the British there, of course. And it was a place where people trusted in Jesus, and they trusted also in the intercession of Mary. The country was starving because no ships could come into port. They were bombed all the time. They did it intentionally, the Germans, the Italians, to starve the Maltese people so that they would surrender the island, the strategic island. And what happened was, when they were about to give up, on the 15th of August, the feast of Santa Marija, the feast of Our Lady of the Assumption, a ship half sinking comes into port, carrying food. And it comes in and finally makes it in, and the people gather around the ship on this feast day, and they cannot believe that there's food supplies and the island is saved. But here's the extraordinary thing. The name of that ship, Santa Marija. On the feast of Santa Marija, this ship comes in and saves the island. An island which was devoted and is devoted to Mary, an island which trusted in the Lord. She provided. Our Lady, through her intercession, provided and wanted to show us that she is the mother also of our nation. I'm so grateful over and over again for her intercession. I'm so grateful over and over again for her anticipating our needs, and most of all, that she always points us to Jesus.
This production is only made possible because of the generous support of Icon Ministry partners and donors. Please go to iconministry.com/support to make a donation.